I think the number one impact that people and teams notice themselves, observe about themselves, is the effect that doing empathy work has.
I sure enough feel good. Yeah.
I think as human beings, there's a kind of a lazy assumption that we all know how other people think or how they feel. And basically, we all think that other people feel like we feel. Oh, like that guy over there, he feels the same way about this that I do, you know? There's sometimes an assumption about things like that. And so when they practice empathy work for the first time and they go talk to a user or their customer or a colleague, they're oftentimes very surprised by the disparity between their own experience and someone else's experience, right? I mean, they're just shocked. And then I think that wakes them up to the need for not only empathy work, but design thinking as a whole, you know? I think they're skeptics up until that point, until they realize that they know nothing about someone else's experience, until they've sat down and been really intentional about getting it. A lot of the organizations that we have worked with in the past decade, oftentimes quite large, and with being really big, can often come a lot of bloat and slow project cycle times. Oftentimes we work with organizations where their projects last at minimum 6 months and at best 2 to 3 years. So we come in and we squash that down to 3 or 4 one-week segments where they understand their user needs really quickly, where they start to come up with big wild ideas, and then where they prototype those solutions really quickly, and they understand their problem so much faster, and they're already on the road to looking at real life solutions so much quicker than they ever would. So, I mean, it obviously saves them tons of time, tons of energy. They are able to maintain momentum, which they're not able to maintain on these like 3-year projects. And then, financially, it's much easier on an organization to get something done really, really quickly. Oftentimes the problem is that everybody likes to think that they can multitask, that they can do 20 things at one time, and what we find is that when we bring people in and we make them focus on one thing at a time, they're able to go much deeper, do better work in a shorter amount of time, and then finish that work and then move on to the next thing.